Hello, good morning students. So today we are going to start the chapter number 18, No Place for Us. So at first, Jatryabhai was sitting at the door with his daughter Chimli. So Jatryabhai, one character in this story, he was sitting at the door with his daughter Jimli. They were waiting for Sidhya, another character named Sidhya. So they means here Jatryabhai and his daughter Jimli both were waiting for Sidhya. It was almost night, but Sidhya had not come home. So already it is mentioned over here. It is night time, so both were waiting for Sidhya in front of the door. 2 years back, Jatryabhai's family came to Mumbai from Sinduri village. So 2 years back, Jatryabhai's family came to Mumbai from Sinduri village. Here they only knew the family of a distant relative. So very few they knew very few distant family members or relatives here. With their help, Jatryabhai began to repair torn fishing nets. So as he had not got any kind of work, special work, so with the help of family members or nearby relatives, Jatryabhai just began to repair torn fishing nets. But the money he got was not enough. Very simple. Whatever the money he is getting with this work, it is not enough to run the family. They had to pay for the medicines, food, school fees, and rent for the house. So with this enough money, they had to pay so many things. First of all, medicines, food, school fees, rent for the house, everything. Here they even had to buy water also. So what is the condition in Mumbai that we know? They have to pay to purchase the water also. Young Sidhya also had to work in the nearby fish factory to earn some money. So young Sidhya is also working over there to earn the money, and she is working nearby fish factory. From 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock in the morning. So from 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock in the morning, he cleaned and sorted the big and small fish. So he means here Sidhya is one boy. So actually he worked for 3 hours from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning. He cleaned and sorted the big and small fish. Then he would come home. So after 3 hours working over there, he would come home, take a nap, and go to school in the afternoon. In the evening, he would wander around the vegetable market. He would help some Mem Sahib or lady to carry her bags, or go to the railway station to pick up empty bottles and newspapers to sell to the kavadiwala or junk sellers. So lot of work from the morning 4 o'clock to night he is doing for his family. Somehow they were managing their life in the city. It was night, but Sidhya had not come home. Jimli was watching a dance on TV through the neighbor's window. So they cannot earn lot of money, so how they will purchase one TV for them? So Jimli was watching the TV through the window of the neighbor's house. But Jatria did not like watching TV. Here, everything was so different. The day would pass running around for work, but the evening brought back old memories. So, think and tell. Jatria felt alone, even in a crowd of people. Have you ever felt like this? So, here it is up to you. If you have ever felt like this, like Jatria felt alone in the crowd people also, you have to mention by your own. Next one, imagine how it feels to leave one's own place and go far away to live in a new place. It must be very difficult to leave one's own place and go far away to live in a new place. Everything will be new in the new place. The people, the market, the roads, everything will look like stranger in the new place. Next one, why do you think families like that of Jatriyas are coming to big cities? The answer is, smaller cities do not have much of opportunities. Poor people and people who want to earn more than what they are earning often migrate to big cities. Big cities have lot of opportunities. Variety of works is available in the big cities. This is the reason families like that of Jatriyas are coming to big cities. Next question. Have you seen any children in your school or neighborhood who also go to work? So this is up to you. If you have ever seen such type of children, they also go to work, you have to mention. Next one, what kind of work they do? If you have ever seen such type of children, then what kind of work they do, you have to mention. Why do they have to work? This is also you have to mention why they are working. So you have to mention these things. Now, remembering old days. Jatra was born in Khedi village. So earlier we have mentioned one village name, that was Sinduri. Now we are mentioning, or I am mentioning here another village name, that is Khedi village. So Jatra was born in Khedi village in the middle of thick green jungles and hills. So very nice picture, or just you can imagine the village if it is in the middle of thick green jungles and hills. His people had been living here for many years, even before his grandfather was born. So his family and so many villagers, they have been living there for many years, even before his grandfather was born. There was peace in Jatriya's village, but not silence. There were so many soothing sounds. The gargle of the flowing river. So many soothing sounds means by listening such type of sounds, your heart will feel the peace. And if you will hear such type of sounds of nature, then you will feel so much happy. The gargle of the flowing river, the murmur of trees, the chirping of birds. People did farming. They would go to the nearby forest, chatting and singing together. So when the people will do the farming, or they will go to the nearby forest, they will chat with one another and they will sing together to collect wild fruits, roots and dried wood. While working with elders, children also learned many things. So when children will work with the elders in the field, they will also learn so many things: to dance together, to play flute and dhol, to make pots of clay and bamboo, to recognize birds and imitate their sounds. So sometimes we are also doing, we will listen the sound of birds and we will try to imitate their sounds, etc. People collected things from the forest for their use. So basically their village was surrounded by the hills as well as the forest. So lot of things they would collect or they were collecting from their forest. So actually their lifestyle was the forest based or forest centric. Some of those they would sell in the town across the river. With that money, so whatever the things they were collecting from the forest, they were selling in their market and they were earning the money. With that money, they would buy salt, oil, rice, and some clothes for their families. It was a village, but people here lived together like a big family. Jatria's sister was married in the same village. People helped each other in good and bad times, means they were united. The elders would arrange weddings and settle quarrels. So if any marriage ceremony would be there, so generally the decisions should be taken by the elders or seniors of that village, and if anything quarrel will be there in between the families, so elders will take the responsibility to settle the quarrels. Jatria was now a strong young man. He worked hard in the fields and caught fish from the big river. So now Jatria became a strong man, a strong young man. So he worked hard in the fields and caught fish from the big river. He and his friends would go to the forest to collect fruits, roots and plants for medicines and fish from the river. So actually he and his friends would go to the forest to collect fruits, roots, plants for the medicines and fish from the river to sell these in the town. During festival time, Jatria would dance and play the drum with boys and girls of his age. So now tell the following answer of the following questions. In Khedi village, what all did children learn? Children in Khedi village learnt dancing, playing flute and dhol, making vessels and other things from bamboo and clay, and recognizing birds and imitating their sounds. What do you learn from your elders? So whatever the things you learn from your elders, you have to mention by your own. Jatria learned so many things in Khedi. How many of these would be useful for him in Mumbai? So some of the skills which Jatria learned in Khedi can be useful for him in Mumbai. Some of them are fish catching, selling goods in the market, playing dhol, etc. Jatria can utilize these skills to earn some money in Mumbai. Do you hear the sounds of birds every day? Which ones? So if you are hearing the sounds of the birds in your neighborhood or neighbor, so or in your surroundings, then you have to mention the names and how the birds are chirping, the particular sound you have to mention also. Can you imitate the sound of any bird? Show how. So if you can do that, then you can show. Next one, what are some of the sounds that you hear every day but the people of Khedi may not be hearing? Some of the sounds which people of Khedi may not be hearing are horns of vehicles, sound of trains, sound of police siren. So not only this, many more things are possible. You can write by your own other things. Next one, have you experienced silence? When and where? So if you have experienced silence, then you have to mention when and where you have experienced such type of silence. So students, today up to this. So again we'll meet. So all the best for that. Thank you. Visit again.